Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We'll be previewing the match between Kolkata Knight Riders and Royal Challengers Bangalore. The King Kohli is back at the Eden Gardens. Shah Rukh Khan, the king of Bollywood, he's also back in the Eden Gardens, and it should be a feisty affair, packed crowd. The Eden Gardens always has a brilliant atmosphere. The pitch expecting to be a bit quick, helping the faster bowlers, but also a good batting wicket where they will be due around. So I think batting second would be the ideal thing over here. Kolkata, not the best of teams right now, not the best of starts, but I think with that crowd, there will be some encouragement, and a lot will be banking on Andre Russell, a lot will be banking on Sunil Narayan. Right now, Jason Roy has joined the team, but he's not going to be available in this game. So Gurbaz ke upar bahut dependency hone wala hai. If he can give a start, and also you have to remember they're up against a Bangalore team who are also suffering injuries. Unke paas Patidar nahi hai, unke paas abhi Topley nahi hai available. They don't have Hazelwood also, and Hasaranga is not available yet. So RCB also don't have a full strength team. There are weaknesses in that team. Yes, they were outstanding against Mumbai Indians. उनकी फास्ट बॉलिंग जबरदस्त दाले सिराज अगर आप ले लो अच्छी प्रदर्शन थी उसकी टॉप लिखी भी अच्छी थी एंड ओवरऑल करण शर्मा भी बहुत अच्छा स्पेल डाला तो RCB I think punched up their weight against Mumbai and it was a convincing victory. This will still be a challenge for them. ऐसा नहीं है कि they're 100% favorites. I think they are slight favorites because of Virat Kohli's form, because of Faf du Plessis' form, because of they have Mohammad Siraj there, and okay, top lead nahi hai, but at least उनके पास they have options. And really Avinash, the 150 kilometers per hour bowler from Kashmir, he's also available. उसको खिला सकते हैं खिलाएं तो हर्षल पटेल के पास भी एक्सपीरियंस है तो उनके पास है प्लेयर जो मैच जिता सकते हैं. वेराज केकेआर अगर आप देखें पहले गेम में टॉप ऑर्डर का बहुत बड़ा मसला था एंड इट वाज लुक वेरी इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड, डिडंट लुक लाइक दे वर गोइंग टू गेट रन्स. A lot of pressure was on that middle lower order. Venkatesh Iyer को impact player बना दिए थे. I don't think ये time बनाएंगे. He should be in the 11 because वो बैटिंग भी कर सकता और बॉलिंग भी कर सकता. रिंकू सिंह, नितेश राणा, Mandeep Singh, Venkatesh Iyer, in look for pressure both रहेगा because they will have to do the bulk of the scoring. They'll have to give the start so that someone like a Russell can come in and finish, so that someone like a Narayan or Thakur can come and finish. अब देखो गुरबाज भी है opening slot में, वो देखेंगे कैसा performance देता. He's also someone that has done well for Afghanistan. He was really good in the Asia Cup. He plays spin well as well, and in the power play he looks to score the boundaries. Attacking cricketer, aggressive cricketer. मगर अब is playing the IPL, अलग माहौल होने वाला है. Eden Gardens में अलग प्रेशर रहता है. ठीक है अब होम टीम है, but maybe that works in his favor, maybe it works against him. Only time will tell, but it'll be good. I think the atmosphere will be amazing. The Eden Gardens in general, very passionate fans. It's very loud over there. It's an iconic stadium. वहाँ पे historic history में कितने जबरदस्त matches हुए. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma both have brilliant records over there, and now it's Virat Kohli's turn. The last time यहाँ पे उसने खेला KKR के against an RCB jersey, he scored 100, I think around 50-60 balls में. He had a very good partnership with Moin Ali there. He also I think against Pakistan in the T20 World Cup 2016 में उसमें भी 50 था उनका. So he likes playing at the Eden Gardens. He will enjoy the crowd. He feeds off that electricity. Packed stadiums. COVID में काफी कोई आए नहीं थे देखने के लिए, and I'm sure Virat Kohli missed that. Over here he will be at his best, and there's a lot relying on Virat Kohli. There's a lot relying on Faf du Plessis because इनके पास भी देखो मिडिल ऑर्डर देखो Maxwell is not 100% fit. Dinesh Karthik towards the end of his career, Patidar is not available. तो top order पे काफी heavily reliant है, and it looks like the way they're going to step up, they're going to the way they're going to set up, they're going to attack from the front. RCB. Bracewell is someone I'm interested to see how he does because he played really well for New Zealand against India, and until Hasaranga comes back he will be playing for RCB. तो उन्हें उसका importance भी रहेगा, उसका role भी कैसा रहेगा. I'm sure he'll bowl 4 over, फिर उसके बाद he has to also bat and contribute with the bat. Yeah, and if I look at the RCB bowling, they do have Harshal Patel, they have Siraj, they do have Akashdeep if required, the Avinash in the wings, David Willey. David Willey का एक चीज है कि he provides more balance into the team because he can bowl in the power play, he can bowl in the death overs, then he can bat in the power play, he can bat in the death overs as well. तो Willey के साथ थोड़ा सा flexibility आती, maybe doesn't have the same pace as someone like a Topley or the same bounce, same height, लेकिन उसके साथ flexibility तो जरूर आएगी. With in terms of the Indian batsmen, अगर आप देखें they're heavily dependent on Dinesh Karthik, Virat Kohli. Uske baad they have Suyesh, Prabhu Desai, maybe Shahbaz Ahmed, Harshal Patel. So it's more of foreign batting that they're reliant on and Indian bowling. ऐसा balance दिख रहा मेरे को RCB का. KKR for them. Ferguson also still not available. So he's bowling, I think, half his run up पूरा उन्हें खेल रहा पूरा डाल रहा नहीं उन्हें बराबर नेट्स में भी. So Tim Southee will probably still get another game. I still feel bowling ठीक ठाक है. Umesh Yadav, Shardul Thakur, Tim Southee, it's a decent, I would say, average bowling, fast bowling attack. But then you have Andre Russell as an option. Then your spinner Sunil Narine, Varun Chakravarti. That is your strength. आपका ये strength है. And you know the likes of Faf, Virat Kohli, and Glenn Maxwell. They actually their strike rate against spinners has been 101, 102. I guess in particular against Narine. So even Faf, I think his strike rate is 80 against Narine. So this is KKR's strength. It's their spinners and there is the all-rounders. Andre Russell has to fire, Narayan has to fire, and if they bring in match-winning contributions, then they can put RCB under pressure. And because RCB do have problems of their own, अगर आप उनके top order को निकाल दिए and Maxwell को भी निकाल दिया, फिर वो लोग भी परेशानी में रहेंगे, वो लोग भी pressure में रहेंगे, and दिक्कत आएंगी वो team को भी. So मेरे हिसाब से that's what KKR will have to look to do. They'll have to get that all top order out quickly, and then their own top order has to score, and somebody from Venkatesh Iyer to Rinku Singh, someone has to step up, score runs. Nitesh Rana pe bahut pressure aane wala hai because he is captain as well. They're expecting him to score runs. I think it's unnecessary pressure because this is his first time. We have to cut him some slack, and he has some players missing. Lekin still there will be pressure on him, and if he can shine, if he can score runs, first of all lead with the bat, and then that will automatically give him confidence in the field. जब उन्हें कप्तानी कर रहा उसको help होगी भाई मैं I have runs under my belt so I can also do the field placements and bowling changes. RCB easy win tonight. Nitesh bhai is saying that a lot of people going RCB. The only thing I will say that with Topley not there, they also do have their issues. RCB also their middle order was not tested in the last game. If you saw what happened अगेंस्ट मुंबई, टॉप ऑर्डर ने मैच खत्म कर दिया. अगर विराट कोहली फाफ जल्दी आउट हो गए पावर प्ले में, उमेश यादव या नारायण, पता नहीं कौन विकेट अगर जल्दी ले लिए तो फिर उसके बाद दिक्कत आ सकती है आरसीबी को. यस, ऑन पेपर इफ यू सी आरसीबी आर probably favorites to win this game. I would say 70-30. KKR, the way they have started the tournament has not been impressive. They have a lot of problems, but still they do have match winners in this team that can trouble RCB. And you remember RCB also don't have Patida, they don't have Hasaranga, they don't have Topley. They are also missing quite a few players. Hazelwood अभी तक आया नहीं वापस, तो उनके भी issues है RCB के. It's not like it's all hunky dory. Yes, it was a magnificent win against Mumbai. They pulled really well, but one of those bowlers has got injured, and there is not many replacements. Yes, they have Willie there. Let's see what Willie does. I think it should be a good game. It might not be as one-sided as I think, as maybe Nitesh Bhai thinks, because we all are probably predicting RCB win, but I think KKR has something in them. They're playing at home as well. The atmosphere will be rocking, and I'm sure if somebody can step up one individual brilliance, a collective bowling effort, that can keep KKR in the game and help them win it. Actually, the key battles, I think, Narayan versus Faf and Kohli. I think Rana will have to bring him in the power play, because if you see Kohli's record against Umesh Yadav, Shardul Thakur is outstanding. I think his strike rate is like 140, 150 against them, 160. Against Narayan, it's a bit slower, and Narayan's got him out as well. Even Faf struggles against Narayan, so I would like to see Narayan bowl in the power play. Yes, sometimes you would like to keep your best bowlers in the middle overs in the back end, but I think against this RCB team, you have to attack their top order. That is their strength. आप Kohli और Faf को जल्दी निकालो, Maxwell को लेके आओ क्रीज में, उसको भी निकाल दो. That's how KKR will have to strategize, and that's why I would like Narayan in the power play, in my opinion. And then in the middle overs, you can bring back a Umesh, you can bring back a Shardul Thakur. They can bowl those variations and maybe pick up wickets. But I would like Narayan to come in the power play and straight away attack Faf and Virat Kohli. Don't let them off to a good start. I want to see how middle order of RCB responds if top order fizzes. Exactly what I'm saying as well. मेरा भी यही point है कि भाई अगर top order जल्दी out हो गए, including Maxwell, पर आपके दूसरे batters कैसा perform करेंगे? दिनेश कार्तिक, प्रभु देसाई, even Willie to that extent, will Roy get a chance? not Roy, sorry, Rawat, will he get a chance? So there'll be a lot of questions on that middle order, mere hisab se, and that's why I think KKR ke paas chance hai. KKR ke paas chance hai. They have to get that middle order straight away. And then if you, agar aap bowling ke hisab se dekho, I think Siraj was brilliant in the power play. Top was outstanding. Magar aap death overs bhi against Mumbai Indians, Tilak Verma did punish them. There was extra. Siraj bowled I think 4 or 5 wides in that in his last or second last over. Harshad Patel has the tendency to get hit as well. One thing is this ground is a bit bigger, so maybe Harshal Patel will enjoy a bit more compared to the Chinnaswamy to bowl. Then spinners wise, there's no Hasaranga yet. There's be a lot of pressure on Bracewell and what's his name, Bracewell and Shahbaz Ahmed. There will be a lot of pressure. Will they be able to contain Karan Sharma also? These three options, will they be able to contain someone like a Russell, someone like a Gurbaz? So there will be pressure on these spinners as well. RCB spinners, they don't have Hasaranga yet, so I would say that the spinners are not elite. I think KKR spinners are better than RCBs. So this is another situation where KKR can put pressure on RCB when the spinners come on. If a Russell is there, he can go big. You know how he plays spin well. He has the long handle. He can smash it out of the park. And Nitish Rana is also a very good player against spin. And this is where maybe KKR will try to look to get the advantage over RCB against their spinners and that middle order. If they can get to that middle order of RCB, these are the two places where KKR can attack. Another key battle that I am interested to see is Siraj versus the top order, Ramanullah Garbaz and Mandeep Singh, Venkatesh Iyer, because Siraj bowls brilliantly in the power play, has very good control. Uska historically भी KKR के against एक जबरदस्त spell भी था अगर 1-2 साल पहले in the UAE. So Siraj, the new ball, that will be very interesting against the top order of KKR. Will Gurbaz get them off to a good start? Look, if Gurbaz can get 20 runs in the first 6-7 deliveries or even 8-10 deliveries, Eden Gardens will start to be loud. There will be noise. Shah Rukh Khan most likely will be in the stands. So mere hisab se they have to feed on these small things to try and get victory. Because dekho ye team, I'll be straight, this team is weak on paper, KKR, but you have to look at small places where they can try and target so that they can win the game. And this is it, feed off the crowd, use your star players and Russell and Narayan. Nitish Bhai is talking about them. Mustafa Narayan and Russell are, they can play like Shikhar. Don't expect match winning impact. I'm still expecting. I'll tell you why. If you see Russell, you can say he's finished, but there will be games, especially at home with the crowd going. He's built differently, Russell. This guy is extremely fit and he has extreme power. I don't think he's finished. Narayan as well with the ball. I feel he can still impact the game. If I saw in the last couple of years itself, he's had match winning impact. So I'm still banking on them. And they can be supported. Look, it's not just these two who are going to win. They have to be supported by Venkatesh Iyer. They have to be supported by Nitesh Rana. They have to be supported by Varun Chakravarti. Varun Chakravarti, it's not Narayan by himself. Narayan's going to be bowling in tandem with Varun Chakravarti. And Varun Chakravarti also is a mystery spinner. He also has really good variations. वो जबरदस्त bowler है उन्हें भी. So it's about, like, I'm not banking only on Russell and Narayan. I'm banking on them to give me some impact. Then other players can come and also feed off that, and they should also contribute. As only these two need to win KKR the game. There's some combinations that they can use and they can probably which can help them win games. That's what I'm saying. Like Russell in that middle order, him and Venkatesh Iyer, if they put a partnership right hand left hand, or him and Nitish Rana, I think these kind of situations can help KKR. So they need that Indian contingent to step up. It's not like they're bad players, but of course they're not top Indian players. But they do have talent, and like I said, RCP do have some weaknesses that they can exploit. Joining me very shortly is my co-host. He is ready for this game. It's going to be a big one at the Eden Garden. Should Nitesh open and lead from the front like Gambhir did for KKR? That's an option. Nitesh or Venkatesh Iyer, I think one of these should open. I'm not satisfied with Mandeep Singh opening. I can be proven wrong, but I don't think that's the way to go. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the game today. For me, this is the atmosphere. This is like, for you how it was Chennai. This is the atmosphere. Eden Gardens. I really like this stadium. It's a historic stadium. We've seen so many great games. We've seen so many innings. King Khan is going to be back. Virat Kohli is going to be back. They're all going to be at the Garden today. So, what are your initial thoughts?
Atmosphere-wise, yes, it's gonna be crazy. We know traditionally also Bengali fans or Kolkata fans how excited they get for sports, for football और for cricket. तो उन लोगों का जज्बा अलग ही है, जुनून अलग ही है जब sports की बात करते हैं अपन. But uh, King Kohli at the Eden Gardens, we know what he can do. He had a 82 against Pakistan. He had some amazing innings with against Kolkata as well. So I think मेरे हिसाब से it's going to be a one-sided game क्योंकि RCB is definitely going to take it away from Kolkata. They look in full form now. A couple of changes that I can see happening. मेरे हिसाब से अगर साउदी को बिठा दिए तो probably अच्छा रहेगा. You can probably get a David VS instead of Tim Southee क्योंकि he provides with the bat and with the ball, and that definitely help strengthen their batting as well as their bowling. So मेरे हिसाब से अगर साउथी को बिठा सकते, which is थोड़ी बहुत मुश्किल दिख रही है because he probably the only fast bowler apart from उमेश यादव, but seniority बहुत ज़्यादा है दोनों में. तो मुश्किल तो दिख रहा है, but I would definitely want to see David Wies in that lineup. Andre Russell again get going, unlucky था last match में out होने के कारण. Lockie Ferguson आता है या नहीं आता, I'm not sure if he's still in India or not. Lockie Ferguson के ऊपर रहेगा. मसला RCB, I'm going to go retake the comment because मैं नहीं था. तो नीतीश भाई से RCB का easy win tonight, but I think if like the likes of Nitish Rana, Jagdishan and all of these guys can do something for the lineup, Gurbaz can get a good start. I don't know if I'll see Mandeep Singh again. I would want to see probably Jagdishan or someone like that coming in instead of a Mandeep Singh. I would want to see Jagdishan. I was saying, Mustafa, like it probably might not be the one reason. Yeah, you can see RCB winning, but I would really want to see David Weiss in place of Tim Southee maybe, or Lockie Ferguson if he's there. Because I'm not sure about Lockie Ferguson if he's arrived in India or not yet.
The Ferguson is there, but the last what I saw of him, he's bowling with half the run up right now. So full intensity se nahi dal raha nets mein. So maybe we will not be able to get to see him. Jason Roy also, he's not going to be available today, so the Gurbaz will probably start. The thing with if they do play, if they do play someone like we said, they need an Indian fast bowler to come in, and they have to replace him with that because
I mean, the fast bowler alone aren't that fast, right? Like Umesh Yadav scored 130, like David Weiss can score 120, 124, which is
he's very,
ideally what.
But David Weiss is not somebody you can always get 4 overs from, right? It's not a specialist. Us pe hai, that's the only reason. I'm not saying he's a really good T20 cricketer, magar you need some option. You can play him, but then you need an option from India who can bowl 4 over. आपके पास वो option जरूरी रहना है because you already have Andre Russell and we say as all-rounders. You're playing 2 all-rounders. You need some genuine bowlers as well who can bowl 4 overs. Yes, there's a lot of stick about Tim Southee, but he's still a bowler, right? He can still bowl those 4 over when required. Yes, maybe उन्हें पिट जा रहा है आजकल, मगर मेरा वही है. But
I think they have 3 options as well. I think they have Kulwant Kajoria, they have Arshit Rana, and they have Beva Barora, right? So they're 3. They're also
Kajoria, I heard that he might be able to get a chance. So उसको दे सकते, लेकिन yeah, I think you need to get
because for strengthening that batting, you do need David Weiss. Like if you're looking at that batting, but if you're not, and Mandeep Singh, I think should go out and Jagdishan should come in. That would be a better, whatever you have, you have to try to make it strong.
But that's again the problem is the top order. It's not going to be where Vise is playing, which is the lower middle. The problem is the top order. So they need Rinku Singh to fight. They need Nitish Rana, Venkateshwar. Bhai, मैं वही बोल रहा था, they're not elite Indian players, but they are good Indian players. So they have to step up. I think 1 or 2 need to improve. That's what you're expecting. You can't keep replacing players. आपके पास भी limited squad है. KKR probably has the most limited squad. So मेरे हिसाब से 1 or 2 of these guys have to improve the game. They have to step up, and they've shown in the past. They've performed in the IPL. Nitish Rana तो यही franchise के लिए कितने runs हमारा कितने 50s है उसके. So it's about stepping up. I agree with you, Mandeep Singh. I don't see him at the opening slot. Maybe you put Venkatesh Iyer there. You try Jagdishan there or Nitish Rana. There's other options, but I wouldn't stick with Mandeep Singh. I didn't understand it in the first place, and I know it's just one game, but I didn't like the look of that.
100%. I don't know. What about RCB? Do you expect any changes? I mean, there is Reece Topley going to go out, so I'm expecting and hoping that Avinash Singh comes in. I want to see that raw pace. क्या छुपा के आए, कौन सा Xerox copy लेके आए उमरान मलिक का China model ले लेगा उमरान मलिक का देखना पड़ेगा. But Gajuba is really behind Russell today. He's saying Russell the muscle. He's going to be अकेले RCB. Russell का यही है कि भाई if he gets going, yes, we saw glimpses of him in the first match against Punjab, was it? Yeah, Punjab Kings के खिलाफ अच्छा था if he stuck till the end, but then he has a tendency to get out on a very गाड़ी चलती रहती है एकदम से कुछ टॉपिश लग जाता है कोई काउ कॉर्नर में जाके डीप मिड विकेट में उन्हें शॉट लेने जाता है he gets excited and then just loses the plot and doesn't usually be able to finish the match. I'm also expecting a lot from Russell this match as well, but I'm not going to say कि अकेले भारी पड़ सकता. Probably he would need the likes of Venkatesh Iyer, Nitish Rana with him.
आप जो पूछे आरसीबी का उसमें आई थिंक डेविड विली विल कम इन फॉर श्योर आई थिंक ही विल कम इन
David Villa,
बिकॉज
अच्छा हाँ David Villa,
उन्हें बैलेंस लेके आता यू नो ही समवन हु कैन
all
bowl
rounder.
and bat and he can bat and bowl in different positions in the power play and the death. So he's a handy cricketer. Yes, he doesn't have the same amount of pace as Stopley. And if you want to see Avinash, I think you could still bring him in instead of Akashdeep. उसको impact player बना के लेके आ सकता है, ऐसा नहीं है. But I think the straight stop will be Willie for Topley. RCB also have their own problems, man. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई उनके पास ये स्मूथ सेलिंग चल रहा सब. और कौन इंडियन बैट्समैन, विराट कोहली फाफ और मैक्सवेल आउट हो गए, परेशानी तो होंगी. फिर कार्तिक, yeah, but then who else? Like there is a lot of worries there. It's not as convincing. Who are your Indian options apart from Virat Kohli and Dinesh Karthik?
And their
with the
bowling is also getting picked out after Siraj, and probably now we are yet to see David Willey reach top level. But Harshal Patel is a very big concern, I think, for me. पिट जा रहा है भाई हर मैच में. अपन न्यूजीलैंड श्रीलंका में भी उसको मौका दिए थे तो उधर भी पिटा था. कल भी उन्हें 43 रन कुछ दिया था in the first match against Mumbai. तो and again Eden Gardens is a bigger ground probably than the Chinnaswamy.
Yeah,
but
it
we'll
is.
have to see how he
It is bigger, and that's where I'm hoping he might do better. But yeah, that's a concern. If you see the way RCB started was magnificent, right? Siraj was brilliant in the power play, Topley was brilliant in the power play. You might get to see the same thing again. Magar end overs mein Tilak Verma did punish them, and now if KKR also have those lower order batters who can finish, and that's where they'll have to target RCB. That's one of the places where KKR will look at that weakness ki bhai inki death bowling mein issue hai, because Siraj bhi 4-5 fight dal diya tha, and then Willie also doesn't have that extreme pace. Harshal Patel has a tendency to get smacked all over the park in the death. So mere hisab se that would be somewhere where KKR target. Another thing is, if you look at it, I would bowl Narayan in the power play. If you see the stats, Kohli's strike rate is I think 101, Maxwell 103 against Narayan, and Faf is 80. Whereas against Umesh Yadav, Thakur, Kohli is like 150, 160. He's crazy against them. So I think you get Narayan in and you attack that top order, get Maxwell in as soon as possible, get him out, then put pressure on RCB. I think that's the risk that KKR will have to take. You'll tell me why per middle over mein kaun dalenga. I think then you bring in a Varun Chakravarti, Russell, we say whoever you have, Umesh Yadav, you can try them in the middle. Shardul Thakur maybe could be more effective in the middle rather than the power play. But Narayan ko leke aao, pressure dalo Kohli or Faf pe.
Considering the fact Kohli has been, sort of struggling with left arm is what we've been seeing in East End, do you think Kulwant will get a chance?
Maybe. No, I don't think they'll really they'll tinker with that, because I think Varun Chakravarti and Narayan can still bother him. They'll get the ball to turn away as well from him, mere hisab se. So I think they will still bother him. Maybe like it's a shout, I don't know, but in my opinion, I think they do have enough spin right now. Sakib not being there, that's going to be a bit of a loss, man.
Loss, yeah, that's a very big loss.
IPL, yeah. Because I think उन्हें stability लेके आता middle order में भी, he'll bat more higher up compared to a Russell and Vise, and he can probably help bring that stability. He can bat one down also. So I think that will be a loss for KKR, but they do have spinners who can attack the RCB, get to that middle order. And if you look at it, Fez, if we flip it, I think RCB have an amazing top order, better top order, but KKR, don't you think they have a better middle lower order than RCB?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can see Glenn Maxwell, you can see Michael Pacewell, but then who do you see? Shahbaz Ahmed and like who? So I think in that aspect where we have Dheeraj, Sunil Narayan, what's his name? Shardul Thakur tak you can still bat at least. Rinku Singh can come and give a bit of knock and so yeah, maybe in that end Nitish Rana also is considered in the middle order. So yeah, they have a very
Venkatesh Iyer last time played there, but yeah, they do have quite a
the RCB squad, if we're looking at it, the 5 that are there, right? Like from Virat Kohli, Faf, Dinesh, Maxwell and Bracewell, uske baad, what do you do? Then I think if Virat Kohli gets out in initial stages, Faf gets out and they're really in big trouble. So yeah, I guess you're right. In terms of middle order, KKR is better. In terms of the pitch, what can we expect, Mustafa, like traditionally, if we're looking at Eden Gardens?
I think Eden Gardens recently has been really good for pace bowlers. वहाँ पे आपको थोड़ा swing भी मिल जाता है with the new ball. I think गज्जू भाई से उमेश यादव अच्छा कर सकता. There is a possibility over there. We saw in the past as well, some fast bowlers having brilliant spells. RCB के against KKR कौन लिया था 5 for 6 for वो, if you can remind me. It was 50-60 all out हो गए थे.
डिंडा था क्या? नहीं डिंडा
नहीं.
Yeah.
But yeah, since then, like it's become more fast bowling conducive. But also, it's a start of the season. It'll be a fresh wicket. I think it'll be a good wicket to bat on, and the ball flies in the Eden Gardens. Yes, it is bigger boundaries, but the outfield is electric over there, and you can see. I think today you'll see a lot of runs, but maybe some wickets to the new ball or some hint of swing. I think it'll be a good contest, and because of the start, it's the start of the IPL. I feel ki bhai high scoring ho sakta. I don't want it to be very low scoring right now. So yeah, I think high scoring ho sakta. But yes, initially there will be something in it for the fast bowlers. I hope KKR steps up, says Nitesh bhai. Can imagine 18 bad KKR games in one season. I'll tell you the guys the impact Cummins.
Pat
Fez, I think you're
Cummins.
researching.
Pat Cummins. Yeah.
It will kill interest in IPL. It could, because KKR, look again, Fez, they also have a very, very strong fan base. If you
From
see,
Mohan
and
Base,
Shah
yeah.
Rukh Khan's going to be in the house. This is also part of the marketing strategy. This is part of the system. This is part of the tactics, whatever you can call it. Him being there also will be huge. I don't know 100%, but this is what I read. Ki bhai unhe aayega aaj. And
नहीं
you
उन्हें तो
need to
आएगा भाई,
keep,
कैसा भी आएगा उन्हें.
yeah, you need to
He'll
keep the
come.
fan base going. You need some victories, and it's unfortunate. Look, I think you can afford 4 or 5 bad seasons. You've won trophies, and with more competition, I know it's going to happen. But yes, with a fan base like KKR, maybe they can't afford to keep coming bottom of the table or out of
Also,
the
I
playoffs.
think what Gajubai is sorry, Nitish Bhai is saying, agree with that, because I can't imagine having 18 bad games, and also the fact that you just want the IPL table to be interesting, right? You don't want to be one-sided. इतनी जल्दी आपको मालूम हो जा रहा है कि winner कौन है. Usually that would happen with seasons where Chennai are winning. They're very far ahead of that. Well, obviously you have the playoffs, but the table should be interesting as well. ऐसा नहीं कि आप expectation तो रखना पा सकते कि भाई अगर केकेआर, अगर आपकी टीम let's say Sunrisers is on the top on fifth, then you have to get to the fourth position, and if they beat RCB, something like that dramatic, so you can expect from a KKR कि हाँ भाई इनला जिता के हराने के काबिल. So I think I understand that. It just spoils it कि भाई यार एक टीम बाकी खत्म निकल गई, 9 टीम बाकी है. So
The
I
thing
mean
is,
they will step up for sure.
with 10 teams, it's very difficult for everyone to be, in contention for the playoff spot.
Contention.
With
Yeah,
8 teams, it's a bit easier. Back in the day, we remember कि last day पे सारे teams involved होते थे. Maybe the last team wouldn't, but सारे team involved होते थे. Now it's not going to be. You're going to have 1 or 2 teams who are going to get knocked out early. Last year it was Mumbai. This year we'll see somebody else. It could be KKR. But yeah, I think because of the structure of the new format, extra teams, you will have 2-3 teams who are not looking that good and get knocked out early. Unfortunately, that's what it is. But that doesn't mean they can't come and spoil the party. We've seen historically as well, teams who are 10th, last day rehta, they're playing another team and they knock that team out as well. So there will be competition, but sometimes you're in a bad patch and you get knocked out of the tournament.
One big problem that we're seeing right now is time management, man. Every game is taking 4.5 hours कम से
Yeah.
कम. So ये problem कहीं को हो रही होंगी.
भाई आपको भी मालूम जवाब, मेरे को भी मालूम जवाब. हर 2 सेकंड आप you're reviewing either no ball or wide. They're taking time. There is like what happened to that rule कि take the fielder out of the circle? Is it there in the IPL? When you take a fielder, you have to take a fielder inside the circle every time you're past the clock. Is that there this season?
I don't think that is one. Everybody has passed the clock.
नो मतलब यू हैव टू एक्स्ट्रा फील्डर इन द सर्कल. एक बाहर का फील्डर निकालना पड़ता, जैसा वर्ल्ड कप में अगर आप देखें. दे हैव टू प्रॉब्ली इंट्रोड्यूस दैट. इज टेकिंग टू मच टाइम. दे रिव्यूइंग स्मॉल थिंग्स. इवन द रिव्यूज आर टेकिंग सो लॉन्ग. The captains also don't look as active. I don't know, man. I just feel that there's too many reviews, too many strategies, too many timeouts and everything, which is causing the game to go.
Yeah, the momentum of the game, the flow of the game is getting hindered if like someone is feeling. I mean, चलो ठीक है, कल के मैच में अगर वो no ball का review रहता था, you never know, that would have been a different. Take it in a different angle, but the umpires are not even able to communicate it that easily. It's like, अरे भाई ऐसा नहीं, ये angle होना नहीं, ये angle होना, ये angle उधर ही 5-6 मिनट चलेगा. Josh Butler tweeted during the match, I think it was Mumbai or RCB, where he said 10 overs in 1 hour.
Yeah, the bowling extras, no balls. Also, the problem is the strategic timeout. I understand it's because of ads, it's marketing, right? मगर अब क्या हो रहा है, वो उसके 5-10 मिनट चले जा रहे हैं आपके. Then if there is an actual injury or actual problem on the field, you have to add that time also. So that's why it's going longer and longer. If someone gets a concussion, like Ken Williamson got injured that day, you're adding his injury plus the timeout you're taking also, and then you're taking reviews every 2 seconds. That's also going to slow down the game. There are a lot of things, and I don't know. Like I don't think fines will help. You got to start punishing them in the game. You got to take a fielder out. You got to take a batsman out. You got to do something. Start penalizing. Sometimes captain's liberty derail the momentum and things don't go the way. I understand that थोड़ा सा time waste आप कर सकते हैं, but यहाँ पे भाई 5 घंटे हो जा रहे हैं मैच के लिए. Like कल क्या टाइम पे almost 12 बजे खत्म हुआ मैच, 7:30 को जो शुरू हुआ. So I don't know what the thing is. They'll have to find a solution. They'll
They
have
need
to
to start
penalize teams within the
either they
game.
need to start dock overs, or they start basically like hockey league में होता है जो basically 2-3 मिनट player को बिठा दो बाहर, he misses that amount of balls or something, or that
Yeah.
amount of time. कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, because this will like because anyone ideally would 7:30 के मैच को आप कितना है, आप लोकल भी खेले तो 11:20 तक हो जाता है वो मैच. लाइक हम सिंह अपन ला जाके अगर ग्राउंड बुक करके खेले तो भी 11:20 मस्खरे पाने में चाया बांट लेते हुए ये भी करके खेले.
Yeah.
It'll still take you like 11:20, 11:30 at the end of the time, but like this is like next level. But
Each inning should be 1.5 hours, 90 minutes, and a 15-minute break. So how much is that? That should be 3 hours, 15 minutes. The game should be done by 11:15. Not 11:15, sorry. It should be done by 10:45.
yeah,
तो 11 o'clock तक भी आप लेके जाओ, that's fine. 10:45 it should be done, but 11 o'clock तक लेके जाओ, that's fine. यहाँ पे 11:45, 12 o'clock खत्म हो रहा. I'm not like it's fine. We'll still watch the game or anything, but like it's.
but people who are traveling to the ground, man, it's hard for them. Like where we were in the ground, if you look at Rajiv Gandhi also, कितना दूर है भाई, और
Yeah,
कितना
but
restaurant इतना
in
निकालने
general,
के
आप
time
बोलते हैं
निकलता है,
time,
गाड़ी मिलना.
you say T20 is a short game, short game. It started with a 3-hour game. Now it's going to 5 hours, 6 hours, and
it's just 3 hours away from the 50 over. So
yeah, so like you're taking the point away from it. So also like as a viewer also you want the action to come thick and fast. The हर 2 minute break हो जा रहा है, ad आ जा रहा है, ये आ जा रहा है. I don't think that momentum is breaking. You have ads, you have your timeouts, but like you got to do something. There has to be a balance. You can't just like continue on like this. It's a bit
मेरे को
difficult, I think.
तो अमिताभ बच्चन और रणवीर सिंह ही ज्यादा दिखते पूरे टाइम पे.
Yeah.
वो
ये बताओ आज fantasy picks 2 from each team, RCB and KKR.
For RCB, I am going with Mohammad Siraj. I feel Siraj is going to be the one who has to step up, and I'm going to go with Michael Bracewell.
Okay, Bracewell. And KKR?
KKR, I know how. I'm going to go with क्या बोलते हैं उसको, Rahmanullah Gurbaz. I feel Gurbaz is going to have a solid match today, and another one I would say would be probably Nitish Rana.
Nitish Rana. From KKR, I'm going to go Andre Russell and Varun Chakravarti. And with Bangalore, I'll go Faf. And who's there, man, with the ball? Karan Sharma, he'll play. He was decent last game.
He was decent
Pretty good.
Yeah, good in the
maybe
middle
Karan
overs.
Sharma.
Came
Could
and
be a-
stopped but he's more economical, I think. Wicket taking है, but again, let's see. Kolkata's bigger grounder, so he has chance.
2 नहीं 11 फैंटेसी पिक दो, मतलब 11 तो पूरी टीम हो जाती है फिर. अच्छा, ये ऐसा बना सकते हैं हम लोग. वी कैन मेक अ फैंटेसी टीम विद बोथ टीम्स 11, वैसा कर सकते हैं.
Okay, together.
Yeah, together. Faf and Kohli, I don't think we're changing that. Maxwell. Then you can slit
Maxwell.
in. Yeah, then you
Maxwell
can
at
maybe Nitish Rana. फिर आप लेके आओ
Neeraj.
या आंड्रे रसल, नारायण, दिनेश कार्तिक. फिर साथ फिर आपके 4 बॉलर पिक कर लो. सिराज, चक्रवर्ती, maybe Umesh Yadav can pick up a few wickets, and David Willey because उन्हें बैटिंग भी करता है. ये आपका 11 हो गया. That is your 11. But yeah,
अगर Lockie Ferguson खेल रहा है तो I would say Lockie Ferguson, but I'm not sure still on that.
Fergie, yeah. And Fez, if you see from that point of view, we were talking about the spinners. We just talked about Karan Sharma. So how do you feel KKR, that battle between KKR, Andre Russell, Venkatesh Iyer, these guys, do you think they can target RCB middle overs and death overs? That should be a strategy. Because yes,
I think they can.
If they can get past the power play and not lose too many wickets, they can really up the run rate then after.
Yeah, for me, I think KKR need to stay wary just morely about Mohammad Siraj and probably अभी डेविड विली का मेरे को bowling इतनी idea नहीं है. Apart from that, their bowling is a little bit weak in the likes of Karan. I mean, Karan Sharma is good and all, like if he gets to, but you have big hitters like Diras and these guys who can just completely smash it. So you were right in saying that if KKR bat first, I think they have a very good chance to win. Very honestly, bol raha I feel if they're able to get a very good total on the board and sort of second innings mein agar they're able to pick quick wickets, KKR will probably win this match. RCB ka obviously we know who they have at the chasing guard, but like we said, after the middle order, the top order is vanished, then who do they really have to bat? So wo hisab se I think मेरे को लग रहा है कि KKR might just like be able to do something today.
I noticed a trend with RCB and maybe to a certain extent Punjab, but like they do have some holes in their team, but you don't see them until towards the end of the season,
End of
and
season.
And it derails them. For Punjab, it takes them out of the playoffs. For RCB, it takes them to the playoffs and knocks them out. Because if you see, like every year they do have weaknesses, but then last year Dinesh Karthik was bailing them out. Him and Patidar were killing it. The top order wasn't performing. But one game these guys didn't perform, which was against Lucknow. Was it not Lucknow, Rajasthan in the playoff, and they lost that game. So that's another thing. Like maybe we don't see their weaknesses until the end, but they do have the weaknesses.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure every team has weaknesses. I mean, there's definitely a weaknesses in every team, but it's just in the middle, in the beginning of the tournament, they're more fresher, more like ready to go and booming. And उसके बाद से जब क्या होता है आपके साथ, जब आप खेलते 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 जितने आपकी टीम स्क्रूटिनाइज होती रहती है, ऑब्वियसली आपके ऑपोजिशन दे कीप लुकिंग एट योर टैक्टिक्स एंड अंडरस्टैंड के बाद अच्छा ये चीज ये कर रहे हैं, ये चीज कर रहे हैं, फिर फिटनेस एंड फटीग हजार चीज रहते हैं. जैसे आप बोल रहे 12 बजे मैच खत्म हो रहा है आईपीएल का, उसके बाद भी आप जाके फिर आपको होटल जाना पड़ता, फिर आपको पार्टी अटेंड करना पड़ता, 4-5 बजे आप सोते, फिर प्रैक्टिस. सो दे आर बाउंड टू गेट इंजरीज, और अपन अभी तो देख रहे हैं ड्यूरिंग द मैचेस भी इंजरीज हो रहे. सो आई डेफिनेटली डिरेल तो होते. And just Mustafa Bhai was saying, okay, RCB have weaknesses, Punjab have weaknesses. There are weaknesses. Agar Shikhar Dhawan out ho gaya Punjab ki team mein, then who will come and anchor that innings, right? I mean, there is Prabh Simran and everybody. They're only banking on the fact that Shikhar Dhawan can anchor them, but it's not always going to work. Maybe एक time ये आएगा कि 4-4 हो जाएंगे शुरुआत में. Then how does Punjab come out of that thing? They do have lower border. Liam Livingston है, रजा है, ऐसे बैट्समैन है, but they can't always probably bail you out. So there are weaknesses. आप देख लो कल की भी bowling में weakness दिखी, अर्शदीप पिट गया था. Karan has not been very. I mean, Karan is bowling your death over very amazingly, but he is giving 40 runs, 50 runs. दे रहा 35 to 40 runs तो average दिया अभी तक उन्हें. So you do have holes in the Punjab team, in the Bangalore team. KKR are weak, but I'm not going to count them out. मेरे हिसाब से KKR अच्छा कर सकते हैं ये season, and like Nitish Bhai said, it will be bad if they don't. It's not like they don't have squad. It's not exactly like they're not able to compete. बस ये जो 11 रनों की एक बार फिक्स हो गई और एक टाइम they will start firing. 100% KKR is also one of the teams that you can probably watch out for. Jason Roy आने का भी है वो टीम में. Jason Roy is a very good addition to that Kolkata team. So I feel के if they do able to Gurbaz, Dheeraj, foreign players saying someone has to take responsibility. What RCB was getting bailed out by Dinesh Karthik, they need this kind of season that someone bails them out. 2019 जब Dheeraj इन लोगों को हर मैच में bail out कर रहा था, that is something that KKR need again. They need players to step up at times of crunch, and अभी ये हिसाब से मेरे हिसाब से गुरबाज, नारायण, चक्रवर्ती, Iyer, एक player has to step up on each match and thing. अब last time तो बारिश हो गई, unfortunately they couldn't complete their quota. तो मेरे को वो जरा वो था कि भाई unfortunately they were not able to complete their quota against the Punjab Kings. But today hopefully they get a complete match. Kolkata get all their 20 overs to bat and to bowl they did, but 20 overs to bat, right? So I'm just saying that there are holes in every team, Mustafa, but I just feel like as the season progresses, you start seeing fatigue and all of these things come into play, and then it starts unwinding, right? It starts unveiling, and you start to understand अच्छा ये team ये कर रही, ये team ये कर रही.
अब ये देखो ऑन पेपर तो ये दोनों टीम्स में ऑलरेडी होल्स दिख रहे हैं, मगर just the way the Bangalore covered that in against Mumbai was
that's what
outstanding.
Exactly KKR needs this kind of a season with Dheeraj bailing them out. They need that exact kind of a season this year.
Yeah, they need someone bails them out, or a couple of big individual performances, or even as a collective. Because if you see against Mumbai, against that batting lineup of Surya Kumar, Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan, उसमें top leader Siraj पागल कर दिया उन लोग को. So if Umesh Yadav and Asadi can start like that, or Thakur can start like that, pick up wickets, and then Narayan Chakravarti spin a web, that can help them. They do have players. It's not like they're reliant only on Russell. They do have other players who can win them
Yeah.
matches, but they need them to step up. And as a collective, they need to perform. You need a partnership between Rana and Iyer. You need a partnership between Narayan and Chakravarti with the ball. So it's about like that. That's what Bangalore had in the first game. They had a partnership between Siraj and Topley, and then they had a partnership between Faf and Virat Kohli. So that is what you need to have. You need players to contribute. Yes, your big players, if they perform, that's always an added bonus. And KKR can still do that because other teams also do have problems. RCB still also have problems. We've exposed that. We've told you कि भाई टॉप ऑर्डर को निकालो, आप बीच में घुसो, प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है वो टीम को. एंड सेम थिंग, भाई आप उनकी नया बॉल निकालो, आप डेथ ओवर्स और मिडिल ओवर्स में अटैक कर सकते हैं आप. So other teams do have the issues. So that's why, yes, we're not fancying KKR. A lot of people are not going to fancy KKR. They might lose this. They might come 10th in the table. But we always have to look at the one game at a time. And in this game, there's a few places where if they attack, if they win those key battles, they can win. For me, if those two openers they get out, how Narayan and Chakravarti, if they can have a top game today, I think this will it'll really help them win today.
exactly.
So you have to look at a one game in isolation. That's what we're doing.
इस
साल
हाँ आईपीएल में प्लेयर्स कुछ ज्यादा ही इंजर्ड हो रहे हैं. आई मीन अनफॉर्चुनेट हो गया, विलियमसन का भी हो गया, फिर रीच टॉपली का हो गया. ये तो इन मैचेस हो गए. बिफोर आल्सो जस्ट रीचिंग द आईपीएल ऑल्सो फ्यू प्लेयर्स गॉट साइडलाइन, देन अ फ्यू पीपल आर ऑप्टिंग आउट. आई थिंक इट्स आल्सो बिकॉज जो आप साल आगे पढ़ा हुआ है आपके लिए गज्जू भाई, आप वो सोच रहे हो, उसके बारे में सोचो. आपके पास एशिया कप है, प्रोबेबली आपके पास वर्ल्ड कप है फॉर इंडिया एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया, WTC. सो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिकेट दैट इज गोइंग टू कम देयर वे. सो आई थिंक दे जस्ट ट्राइंग टू बी स्मार्ट एंड प्रोबेबली डू दैट. जो इंजरीज हो गया वो तो आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते उसके बारे में. एंड आई मीन सैड आल्सो के न्यूज़ ये भी आ रही है कि केन विलियमसन शायद वर्ल्ड कप ना खेल पाए. So that is one of the news that was coming in a few hours ago. Kane Williamson might not be able to play the World Cup. It's a very big blow. I mean, a lot of
this is just, but nothing official yet.
Nothing official, but they're saying his injury.
You like rumors?
He ruptured his ACL completely. He ruptured his ACL. तो अभी 3 weeks के अंदर उनका ऑपरेशन होगा. ऑपरेशन के बाद आपको मालूम होगा. Obviously आप उसके बाद ही जज कर सकते हैं जब वो होता. But as of now, it looks rusty. But yeah, a lot of Indian fans are saying कि भाई ये hurdle अब finally Kiwis का जो भी है probably injury हो गया. I mean, obviously everybody's sad that he's not going to be there, but just for the क्या बोलते हैं competition के हिसाब से Kane Williamson is a very big blow. Yeah, I mean injuries का तो part and parcel of the game. It's how you just come back and continue.
It's part and parcel, but it's happening too much, man. Right now, it's maybe too much cricket, too much traveling, too much.
Man, like ICC and BCCI and the boards really need to get together, understand and calendar out everything. BBL भी होना, PCL भी होना, PSL भी होना, ISL भी होना. It's not going to work like that. I think you just need to calendar everything properly.
Yeah, but I guess a positive is that, like, maybe hopefully in the international level and the World Cup, you might not have as many injuries. If people are sitting out now, they'll be fresh towards the end of the year. And I'm wishing the best for Williamson, man. That's very sad news. He's a massive player, amazing captain, and without him, World Cup will always be. It won't be the same, man. So I'm hoping that he can come back. But
and it's probably potentially his last World Cup. That's what's more sad. Like giving in late and stuff.
Yeah, so like hopefully he does come back. But yeah, injuries तो बहुत हो रहे and देखेंगे अब क्या होता है. अब आगे जाके अभी तो शुरू हुआ IPL, इतने इंजरीज सुनने को आगे. अब देखेंगे क्या होता है. अगर हेजलवुड वापस आ रहा नहीं आ रहा, all these other players need to come as well. Let's see if they can come back or they skip the whole IPL. Gurbaz is a good pick. He and Jason Roy can be explosive openers. Yeah, man, definitely. Jason Roy has been hit and miss recently, but man, he can be extremely explosive. चल गया तो चल गया, खत्म, कोई भी नहीं रोक सकता उसको. And Gurbaz also, I watched him in the Asia Cup and he was very good in the power play. Matlab, unhe down the wicket bhi acha kehta tha against fast bowlers. If they bowled spinners in the power play, he attacked them also. He found the gaps properly and he's fearless. He's not scared of any opposition. Unhe Haris ko bhi aake maar raha tha, like not Bumrah kaun the, Shami or Arishdeep ko bhi maar raha tha. He had no issues in the Asia Cup in that sense, in terms of aggression. What are your thoughts on RR sending Ashwin to open instead of sending Padikkal or Sanju?
You can't even have a thought around that. Like, it's the most, you can't fathom also. You can't even think kya hua. Like, there's no point of sending Ashwin. I don't know what was up with the camp. I mean, some people are saying that Josh Butler had an injury, but you had Devdutt Padikkal, who you could have just sent up, which you also mentioned, Ibrahim Bhai, and that definitely didn't make any sense. It just added like no kind of an incentive, or no kind, like it was more depreciative than incentive, right? So I think mere hisab se there was no sense in that at all.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Whatever you're chasing, even if you're chasing 120, why would you disturb like thing? If you have a backup opener, just send him in or send in your batsman. Why are you giving the chance to the opposition? You know, 2 points are up for grab. Yes, if you're out of the tournament or you're already qualified, then that's a different thing. You want to test out Ashwin as a pinch hitter, that's your call. But they try to be too cheeky over there. It worked once that I saw live when Narayan was sent as opener and he smashed the living hell out of I forgot who was RCB or somebody. He killed it.
I remember.
But it was once in a while, but when you're chasing 200, I don't think you can take these risks. So any kind of total, you go with Padikkal or you go with Sanju Samson and start attacking, man, the runs.
In
Start
four
one
balls,
with
in 4 balls he hit zero. In that 4 balls, you could have hit 5 runs. That's the margin that they lost. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, you can do all of this
yeah.
mathematics and stuff. But had it been any other player, maybe if he got a boundary, वो 4 run इधर कम होके 1-1 होता था. You never know. I mean, obviously in hindsight, you feel like every kind of combination will work. But I mean, they tried something, it failed, but just didn't make sense.
ये अच्छा सवाल है आज आरसीबी के लिए नंबर 3 पे कौन आएगा कार्तिक या ब्रेसवेल
I would want to see Bracewell, but I still think they'll stick with Karthik because I mean, I probably also depend upon how it's going. Agar let's say if Virat Kohli take it till 18th over, 19th over, depending on when they're batting. So I mean, any finishing role Karthik can do and Bracewell can do, but I still see lambi pari ke liye I still see Karthik coming in. Agar lambi pari khelna hai to.
I will be a bit more aggressive and risky. I would like to see Maxwell at 3. And then you get maybe Karthik at 4, Bracewell at 5, or bring in an Indian batter over there. I don't know, Prabhu Desai or somebody. And then Bracewell is a very good finisher, I think. So I'll keep him at 5, 6. I would like him there as a finisher, trying to finish the innings off. Butler की उंगली में इंजरी हुई इसलिए अश्विन को ओपन पे भेज दिया भाई वो समझ गया बटलर को इंजरी हुई वो तो हमको बता दिए थे कल मगर भाई
4 बॉल के
पार्टनर
बाद
को
तो
भी तो
वापस आ ही
चांस
गया.
अश्विन को क्यों बजाए गज्जू भाई अश्विन को क्यों बजाए आप किसी और को भी जाते हैं बैट्समैन को भी जाते हैं 200 चेस कर रहे हैं आप ऐसा नहीं है एक रन होना 10 बॉल में आप
उंगली में
ओपनर को
दर्द रह के भी 19 रन मारा उसमें छिक्का भी मार दिया like it didn't make much difference for him to set out like a few balls but I mean injury होती है respect करना चाहिए but आपके
no
पास
it's not that he's not allowed to come onto the field like he's not allowed to come to bat because he was not on the field for that period of time when he was injured so you can't come onto the so like वो हो ही नहीं सकता he is by the rule मगर आपके पास पाटीदार है बैकअप ओपनर है आपके पास सैमसन है यू हैव टू यूज दोस ऑप्शंस सम पीपल आल्सो सेइंग भाई आप पराग ठीक है अच्छा खेला पर उसको भी आप ऊपर भेज दिए इसको भी ऊपर भेज दिए आपके पास हेटमायर वहां पे बैठा हुआ है आपके पास जूरल बैठा हुआ है आपके पास बैटर्स है आप उनको लेके आओ यार
सबसे अगर करना चाह रहे हैं आप अश्विन का जेसन होल्डर को तो भी भेज देते लाइक मैं समझता था कि वो मारता तो भी है तगड़े मारता तो भी लाइक अश्विन इज लाइक अ प्रॉपर टेस्ट क्रिकेट बैट्समैन मैन यू कांट एक्सपेक्ट हिम टू कम एंड स्मैश इट फ्रॉम बॉल 1
Yes, like you would expect like even Hetmeyer, these guys, they should have come ahead in the batting order. But yeah, and they'll have to figure out that particular situation. वो थोड़ा तकलीफ होने वाला है उन लोगों को अगर उन्हें मिडिल ऑर्डर में ऐसा स्ट्रगल करा तो ये बात सही है पडिक्कल को ओपन करा सकते थे या वो ओपनर है उसको करा दे सकते थे तो अश्विन को भी जाना कोई मतलब नहीं था बट फैज आज का क्या प्रेडिक्शन है आपका केकेआर वर्सेस आरसीबी कितने रन मार रहे पावर प्ले में कितने रन मार रहे डेथ ओवर में कौन क्या कर रहा
केकेआर जीतने वाली है is what I feel. RCB will have a good power play, but ekdam se I feel they'll lose Virat Kohli. Ekdam se like out of nowhere Virat Kohli will get out, and you won't expect that, and then you'll see them capitalizing on that. I feel Varun Chakravarti that you mentioned and Sunil Narayan, they'll probably be the key bowlers over there for the KKR. KKR have a point to prove. They're at home, and Shah Rukh Khan being in the crowd added incentive, like you said. I feel like the Eden Gardens will light up. I just feel Kohli might just get out एकदम shockingly. He's going to go to smash to a couple of fours and then you just like अरे इन्हें कैसे चलेगा types. कहीं को ही लग रहा मेरे को.
I think Maxi might hit today or like someone from RCB will hit. They'll get to 200 and then KKR will chase. They will be 4 down for 50. Then Andre Russell will come. He'll hit like 60 of 25. Then Narayan will come and he'll hit maybe 12 of 2 and win the game. No, not win the game. They lose by like 3 runs, 4 runs. I think RCB will win this game, but I'm not like I'm not
I wouldn't
sidelining
say this is
KKR.
one-sided. I wouldn't say this is
Yeah, I'm
one-sided.
not
Like
sidelining KKR. ये वन साइडेड तो नहीं होगा मेरे हिसाब से भी. आई होप ये साकिब के पास ज्यादा पैसे हो गए इसलिए नहीं आ रहा है. यार उसके भी वो भी देख रहा होगा, वर्ल्ड कप भी आ रहा है, मैचेस भी बहुत है, तो फोकस ऑन दैट एंड सी. आई थॉट ही वुड बी की प्लेयर फॉर केकेआर, एंड उन लोगों को भी तकलीफ होंगी, उन्हें नहीं आ रहा था, तो इट्स अ लॉस फॉर देम. सो अब उन्हें क्या सोच के करा डिसीजन, इफ इट्स टू डू विद इंजरी, रेस्ट और व्हाटएवर, देन एवरीवन हैज देयर राइट टू डू दैट. हम कुछ नहीं बोल
yeah,
सकते.
he made a nice 87 against Ireland. अच्छा खेला. I mean, मुशफिकर का सेंचुरी भी था. ताइजुल इस्लाम मैन 9 विकेट्स में ले लिया यार ये टेस्ट मैच में पूरा. ताइजुल इस्लाम अगेन मीरपुर में मौत डाल दे रहा. 131 की I think lead if I'm not wrong Ireland की. So yeah, I mean they're enjoying the international cricket. I think that's what they want to focus on right now. I think South Africa's qualification is more or less confirmed. And अगर 3-0 हारी Ireland 3-0 मारी बांग्लादेश को, then I think then it sort of messes with the table. But unless or until right now Ibrahim Bhai is there with us, he can probably let us know. But I still feel like South Africa are in right now, qualified.
Yeah, Willie will strengthen RCB batting depth if he plays today. That is 100% true. He'll give them that extra batting option. If I looking at the RCB lineup, they're reliant on their foreign batters more than their Indian
A
batters,
lot,
because it's only
yeah.
Virat Kohli, Dinesh Karthik. With Prabhudas side, we don't know what consistency we'll get.
Lomror का ऐसा था
Ramral
कि
and Anuj Rawat is also there. Maybe he's an option. They can play at one down or something like that. So we're not too convinced with their Indian options in terms of batting, apart from Virat Kohli, Dinesh Karthik. And then bowling wise is the opposite. You're relying more on your Indian bowlers compared to your foreign bowlers. So it looks a bit imbalanced like that. But the way they started against Mumbai, that will give them a lot of confidence. This will be a different challenge, even for their batters. Like Faiz mentioned, it's going to be a bit bigger ground, so they won't be able to hit as freely the boundaries like they did in Chinnaswamy. But for their bowlers, it will be better, because they restricted Mumbai under 200 on that small ground. Over here, there will be more options. Maybe Harshal Patel will bowl the slower balls, and there will be wickets taken at the boundary, catches taken at the boundary. So it could work in their favor as well for RCB playing at the Eden Gardens. Virat Kohli loves playing there. Smashed 100 last time these two played at the Eden Gardens in 2019, and he likes playing against the Indian fast bowlers as well. It's just that contest with spin. Let's see what happens over there. Faiz, any last thoughts?
Last time is going to be interesting, the match. I mean, don't give it away to RCB that easy. Varun Chakravarti, I'm going to also call him out. I mean, I think he was fantastic in the first game. Karan Sharma that you picked. Lots of spin action today, so definitely on
Chakravarti is my fantasy pick, man. I always pick him. I think जब उन्हें fit रहता है, उन्हें बहुत accurate रहता है, and hopefully, again, we might not see too much turn on offer, but it's about maintaining their economy and getting the odd wicket if it's a flat wicket. By the end of the IPL, players will be mentally and physically exhausted. Teams must increase their bench strength if 10 teams IPL has to be successful. Yeah, you need to also increase that foreign
First,
first
भी बड़ा
yeah, first everything. Yeah, it has to be more flexible. हसरंगा भी नहीं आएगा क्या? अभी तक तो नहीं आया, वो आना चाहिए, मगर I think after the Sri Lanka New Zealand series he should be available if I'm not mistaken. उसका इंजरी तो नहीं है, right Faiz? हसरंगा का
no injury.
तो hopefully वो आ जाएगा hopefully next game तक, या next week तक आ जाना चाहिए वो हसरंगा. So we have today one game, tomorrow one game, then double header Saturday, Sunday. So there's back-to-back cricket. But do watch out for the Eden Gardens crowd, man. If it's full, it's going to be wild and live. Would you like a format where 4 teams get eliminated after first round of matches? 6 teams play one more round, followed by eliminators. That's something different. But then with that, it puts too much pressure, I think, on the teams, and then it'll start taking interest away from fans who will get eliminated very quickly. The teams, you lose that revenue, ticket sales, and everything. So if you look at it from a business point of view, maybe it's not the best thing, but maybe it might be more exciting, this thing, because you're eliminating the thing. But also, Nitish bhai, if you've seen in the past, Mumbai Indians, first 5 games ke baad, they were last. They lost all 5 games and they went and won the trophy, I think in 2019, was it 2019 2020, around that 2019 I think, or 2017. They lost the first 5 games first, and then they came and won. So then it takes away those comebacks and everything. So maybe it's not the most ideal format.
Yep.
it might not be the most ideal format, but that wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining us. Please अपन को join करो, हम लोगों को join करो. Match के बाद we will review the game. We'll review Shah Rukh Khan. We'll review Virat Kohli. We'll review RCB KKR, and yeah, look ahead to the other games as well. It should be a lot of fun. Enjoy the game fairs. Enjoy the game,
Yeah.
everyone, and catch you on the flip side.